It all began as a challenge. What was supposed to be a fun adventure turned into the most intense and terrifying experience of my life. I had agreed to spend 100 hours in a long-abandoned temple hidden deep within the jungle, rumored to be cursed and untouched for centuries. As I stepped inside the moss-covered stone structure, the heavy doors creaked shut behind me, trapping me in complete darkness. With only a torch in hand, a small backpack with survival tools, and a head full of courage, I ventured forward into the unknown. The air was thick and humid, and the smell of damp stone and earth filled my lungs. The temple walls were covered in ancient carvings of strange creatures and forgotten gods, their eyes seeming to follow me with every step. The first few hours were manageable. I explored the outer corridors, mapped out the rooms, and made a temporary camp near what seemed like an altar. But as the hours turned into days, the real horror began. Strange sounds echoed through the corridors, whispers, footsteps, growls. At night, the temperature dropped suddenly, and I felt the presence of something watching me. One night, I woke up to find my torch had gone out and a skull placed right beside me that wasn't there before. I tried to stay calm, convincing myself it was just my imagination, until I found ancient traps still active. Spears shot from walls, collapsing floors, and hidden passageways that seemed to change their location each time I passed. On the third day, I discovered a secret chamber with glowing crystals and what looked like a lost treasure, golden statues, scrolls, and an ancient crown. But the moment I touched one of the statues, the ground shook, and the temple began to groan as if alive. I had triggered something. I was no longer just a visitor. I had become a part of the temple's deadly game. The last 24 hours were a desperate fight for survival. I battled exhaustion, hunger, fear, and a maze that kept shifting, trying to trap me forever. My torch flickered constantly, and shadows danced along the walls. I could no longer tell what was real and what wasn't, but I pushed on, using every ounce of strength and every survival skill I had learned. Finally, as the 100th hour arrived, the stone doors creaked open once more, letting in the first ray of sunlight I had seen in 4 days. I staggered out, covered in mud and bruises, with my clothes torn and my heart still racing. I had made it. I had survived. But sometimes, when I close my eyes, I still see the glowing eyes of the ancient statues, and I wonder if the temple let me go, or if it's still waiting for me to come back.